Brothers and sisters, I just watched a video that I was so disheartened. It's so traumatizing. So I want us to watch this video and then we shall analyze it afterward. Thank you.
Mercy, Jesus.
It is so disgusting. It is a sacrilege and an abomination. You might see it simple, but that is not simple. It is, if it were the other way around, the woman or the mother would have answered questions to that. But now it is a son, it is very normal and obvious. There wouldn't be any discipline, there wouldn't be any, punishment for doing so on the mother. You see, it is a system that is Babylonic. You know, uh, like I always say, having kids in Europe is a waste. It's a waste. Here are the reasons how having kids in Europe is a waste. First and foremost, number one, they will never look after you at your old age. They will never look after, if they cannot respect you, if they despise you at this level of their life, what more of you becoming old? Will they look after you? Will they care for you? No, they will never look after you at your old age. In an African context, that is one of the reasons people do give birth. People do have children because they are thinking of their old age. When they are old, these children or this kid will look after them. But in Europe, it is overruled. It is cancelled. They will never look after you. They will never cater for you. Number two, in their mind, you are just a woman that gave birth to them. Nothing more, nothing less. You are just a woman that gave birth to them. That child mother attachment that we used to see in Africa, it is not here in Europe. It does not happen in Europe. That is number two, why having kids here in Europe is a waste. Another one, number three, the government own them. The government own them. Number four, the government is using this kit, to in order to have control over you or to monitor you and have access to your private life as a parent. As a parent, the government uses these children to have access to your private life. They know everything about you through these children. How do they know? You will get to know that. And number five, the system, which is the government, is equally using them against you and against your husband and against your marriage. Because these children are like spies, in the house. Number six, they will never follow your culture nor tradition. They will never follow your culture nor tradition. They are being swallowed by the Western culture and tradition and system. Number seven, they don't see any need of you in their lives because the government provides them with everything they need. That's number seven. Number eight, they don't have compassion and respect for their fellow African brothers and sisters. Number nine, they see you as a stumbling block to their freedom. Number 10, do they see you as a stumbling block to their freedom? Whatever they want to do, whatever kind of sexual orientation they want to have, they know that you, as an African parent, you will not be okay with it. So they see you as a stumbling block. Number nine, they don't have siblings feeling amongst them. They believe in give and take relationship. They don't believe in assisting the weaker brother or the weaker sister. They don't believe in that. They don't believe in that. Number 11, they have been weaponized and are placed as spies, like I earlier said, or surveillance cameras over their parents. Over their parents. Number 12, they have the right to slap you and shout at you, but you don't have any right to shout at them or to even spare the rod. It is better you spare the rod and the child goes spoiled and wayward, like what we just saw on the video. You watch the video, like what we just saw. The child has every right to assault the mother, but the mother does not have any right to assault the child. Number 13, they use your weaknesses or weak point against you. Never you share your intimacy with your child here in Europe. Never you share your problems with them. Never you share your secrets with them. Never you share the things that you do in order to make a living here in Europe. Because in the long run, they are going to sell you out. They are going to use these things against you. Number 14, in fact, they have become your parent and you have become their children. Parents in Europe have become the children of their children, and the children have become their parent. That is what is happening. Number 15, you don't have the right to tell them what is right and what is wrong. You don't have the right to tell them. Number 16, allow them to grow and decide for themselves what path to follow. Number 17, your life is even at stake in their hands because they can stop you and the law will protect them as infants or juveniles. Number 18, due to lack of proper home training and upbringing, they are endangered to themselves and their parents. Number 19, parents don't even have right. Sorry, not right. They don't even have time for their children. So having children here in Europe is a waste because you will not give them parental attention, guidance. You will not have that time to even provide for them parental attention. So it's of no use. Number 20, they are not even your priority as a parent. You did not even intend to give birth to them. Conditions pushed you. Either child benefit or residential status regularization. Those are the main reasons why parents do have children here in Europe. Number 21, most of them are empty spiritually and emotionally because the parents are never there for them in persons. Number 22, you have made them byproduct other than the pre-product. You were not even ready in making babies. You think that all they need is food, good education, but what you neglect, which is the parental care and attention, is what turns out to destroy these very children in the long run. Okay, let's come to think about what the Bible talks about children and parents. When you read Proverbs chapter 23, verse 24 to 25, it says, the father of the righteous will greatly rejoice, and he who benefits a wise child will delight in him. Let your father and your mother be glad, and let her who bore you be glad or rejoice. Children are supposed to give joy. We're supposed to give joy to their parents, not sadness like what we are seeing nowadays. Proverbs 17, verse 6. What does it say? It says that foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child. The rod of correction will drive it far away from him. But yeah, you cannot correct the child because you don't even have the right to correct your own child that you gave birth to. Imagine that. That is why I say having children in Europe is a waste, a big waste. You know, now you look at Proverbs chapter 26, 22, verse 6. It says, train up your child the way he should go, and when he or she grows old, they will not depart from it. But you cannot train the child the way they are supposed to grow here in Europe. You cannot implement your cultural system and beliefs here in Europe. They will not work because the system is first of all fighting against it. When you read Psalms 127, verse 3 to 5, it says, behold, children are a gift and heritage from the heavenly Father. The fruit of the womb is a reward. Take note of that. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior, so are the children of one's youth. Happy is the man who has many of these. Imagine that. They shall not be put to shame, but they shall speak with their enemies in the gate. In fact, they shall overcome their enemies with their children. But it's not the case here in Europe. Instead, the children here in Europe, they expose the parents to their enemies, which is the government and the system. Imagine that. And to come to think of it, or to close it all, when you read Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1 to 3, that chapter, all of us, we are all versed with it, which says, children should obey their parents in the Most High, for this is right. This is right. Honor thy father and thy mother, which is the first commandment with promise, that it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on earth. But come to think of it, do these children even think of getting old one day? Do they even think of, the same thing they are giving, the same treatment they are giving to their parent, they will also receive it someday? They don't think of that. That is why the system is a diabolic system. It's a system that is out to destroy family by attacking the children, attacking the woman, then you've eventually attacked the man. My brothers and sisters, come out of this false system. Come out of it and be set free and be mindful of it. Ignorance is not an excuse. For want is for armed. Thank you very much.